everyone, KDJ here. Our quick quarterfinal picks for our Class AAA quarterfinals in Section 1. We'll start on the boys' side with 4 good matchups. I mean, these are no real surprises here. There's only 11 teams in the conference. So obviously, these teams have been waiting around, sitting around a little bit, getting ready for this quarterfinal to try and win one game to go to the county center. White Plains, we'll start with them. The number 1 seed, no surprise. I don't think there's going to be really much suspense in this game. I think they're going to take down John Jay's Fishkill. One thing to watch out for is Gavin Pacheco. It's a terrific year for Gavin Pacheco for John Jay, he deserves all the credit, beating R.C. Ketchum in the opening round to get to this quarterfinal. And they're a good story. I just don't see them going on the road and taking down this White Plains team, which, if you've watched White Plains this season, I have a few times. They're fun, man. They are legit. Logan McCormick, as we've talked about, a Mr. Basketball candidate in Section 1 this sean. I think I would be shocked if he doesn't make first team. Miles Johnson's been really good, and then they have this group around them that just all the pieces fit. This is a very well put together Spencer Mayfield team. They defend, they do all the little things. We've seen them have big wins, including that win over Scarsdale in the slam dunk, and White Plains will be moving on to the semifinals in their home city at the county center, which will be a lot of fun on Wednesday. Other matchup down the road, we'll go to another Dutchess County team, Arlington, going to Mamaroneck. And listen, there's a lot of pressure on Mamaroneck to win this game. Mamaroneck has been so accustomed over the years to needing to grind out, win 2 really tough games to get a chance to go to the county center. They haven't done it many times. Last time they made it to the county center, technically, they made it right before in 2018. They lost that game in the semifinals to Ramapo, which was a number 19 seed. I don't see them losing here. I think when you look at this Mamaroneck team, they're a team, another team. They're sort of on a mission. They're like a White Plains in the sense that, they've come on, they've gotten better. Their loss early in the season to North Rockland has been shaken off. They have the pieces. Cosmo Hardinson, really all-section player. So is Will Plunkett, an underclassman all-section player. This team, the depth, the balance, all the pieces are there for Mamaroneck to make a run and make it to the county center and get to that semifinals. And then the pressure begins because, there's going to be 2 really good teams with them, along with White Plains. So when you look at the other matchups, those 2 first matchups I feel pretty confident in, that Mamaroneck takes on Arlington and White Plains beats John Jay's Fishkill. The other 2 I could see going either way. We'll start with, I say that really believing it in the fact that New Rochelle does not have an easy game with Ossining. I've watched Ossining a few times this season, watched them on Local Live, I've watched them in person a couple times. When they're at their best and when they play what they're capable of, they're very dangerous. And I think Asher Court, I middle of the season I thought, is there a player more talented on a given possession than Asher Court of Ossining? And I don't know if the answer is definitely yes. There's some players who've had better seasons than Asher, but Asher could have a great postseason here and get his name into the mix. He is as physically strong and gifted and talented a player. Ossining is going to put a little bit of a scare into New Rochelle, but when you look at New Rochelle, I watched them a few times also this season. Malik Gaspar is going to be a problem. I just don't see how Ossining is going to be able to slow him down. Big number 3 there. And then, Kaz Mirza on the perimeter. This New Rochelle team, they have all the pieces as well. I said it early in the season, and I still believe it now. Krabby Young has his best team since he won the section championship with that Joe Clark, and I think Edney was on that team as well, right? They are as good as they've been since then. New Rochelle, I see winning. I think they're going to beat Ossining. I just don't think it's going to be very easy. In our final matchup, it's this team called Mount Vernon going on the road to North Rockland, defending champions. So you have, this could easily have been the championship game if the brackets broke a different way. Mount Vernon going on the road, and North Rockland's riding what they did last year. Some good wins, obviously, throughout the course of the season. Some tough losses. They played a Rockland County schedule, which, the one thing I'll say now, I thought I would have actually said North Rockland would have been a favorite going into this game. Given the way that the other Rockland County teams have done in the postseason, that North Rockland has been a league with, specifically Clarkstown North, Clarkstown South, even suffered winning over Somers, I just don't know if that league this year was as strong as it has been, definitely not last year. And now they got to face a Mount Vernon team that's, it just continues to get better. This guy, the big reason, Nate Edwards, the backcourt for Mount Vernon was good all season, but really the rise of Edwards is what's going to put them over the top, I think, in this game. And, obviously we know what North Rockland has. Elijah Barkley was really a glue for them last year. They made a run to the section championship, made a run to the state final. He made so many big baskets down the stretch there. Julian Martinez is also a talented player. So I think this is going to be a good game. I think the fact that Mount Vernon's got to go to Rockland is not going to help the case. But I do think Mount Vernon wins. So I think our final four teams are four teams that know each other extremely well. White Plains, Mamaroneck, Mount Vernon, New Rochelle. They're going to the county center. I'm going to the county center. I'll see you there. Watch three of the games on Friday on Local Live, and then you watch every game for the county center on Local Live starting on Saturday.